Hey everybody, it's the 17th of November. Nice calm morning. Our riggers are back working on the issue of getting the cable back through the furler. So I'm going to go out and see. So maybe just to explain a little bit, if I can explain it correctly. There are different lengths, sections to these. So you can see these here. When we put the new line through, it gets stuck right here. Can't get it past here. So now they are going to have to try to take these apart, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections to get apart. Here's my fearless workers. Hola, amigos. And get that apart so that they can get the wire through it. All this work that we contracted prior to getting a cash offer on the boat. And those folks will be here next week, all week. And we will do the in-water survey Monday. Tuesday I get the bottom cleaned again. Although it doesn't really need it. It was just done here about 3 weeks ago. But 3 to 4 weeks max down here is typical to clean the bottom of your boat. That's Tuesday. Tentatively Wednesday will be the haul out. And tentative sea trial, depends on wind. And we will have them off and on board all week. They want to have some time with us to go through all the systems and how things work. They are first time buyers of their own boats. And, so they should have some working knowledge of how things work on sailboats, but just not ours in particular, obviously. And just need to know how things work, and I would assume just get the particulars and a lot of stuff I'm going to try to leave on board for them, and they're willing to take. Good morning. And so we will see what goes on next week. So cross your fingers, and everything should go fine. We don't have any issues with doing the survey and or sea trials. Obviously we've cruised quite a few miles, don't have any issues. So other than what we found, a little crack in the shroud. Actually this lower one, we found a little crack here in one of, this is the new rigging, but we found a little bitty crack cleaning the stainless. And so we decided to go ahead and have a rigging inspection, and had that accomplished, and found that not only was there a little crack on the bottom, but on the very top of the furler we had a little bit of splaying out of the cables. So you get into any bad weather. We were thinking about bashing north up to Ensenada, and if we'd hit any, which it's called Baja Bash for a reason, major issues, that could mean we could lose a mast. So rather be safe than sorry. We're changing that out, so they'll have that. So can I come watch you and video?
You want it?
Okay. Just want to make sure you're okay with it.
Hazme el crawl, güey. Ahí está atrás. Echarle poquito.
Time-consuming process, but it does not seem to be working at this point. There are set screws in every one of those sections 4 of them to be exact. And so he would have to do that 8 times each section.
Gently tap.
Well, as you can see, that would be a very long, drawn-out process. The gentleman in the white t-shirt is Rick Cummings. He's a rigging inspector, surveyor, electrical. He was a little upset yesterday. They should have put the 2 pieces of cable together by taping the ends, these ends together, and then pull one end, the new end in with the old coming out, and they didn't do that, which they were instructed to do. So he was a little upset yesterday, so now they're in a whole lot of work trying to get this done today.
Acá y le metemos algo para jalar el cable. Si un lado no funciona, pues del otro le damos.
Yay!
Metemos algo y pum, lo jalamos.
You put a piece going that way. Okay, let's try the next one.
Okie dokie.
Smile, Denny, you're on candid camera, buddy.
Any luck?
Well, they've got all but this last one. And you know the last one is always the worst one.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're working on it.
Okay. Okay, we'll do it.
Stubborn. Step 99 of 100. The 100 is the wire.
Let's put a wire in now.
Now let's
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
the little fish tape went in pretty easy. That worked out pretty well.
There were a couple bad ones.
Were there?
Yeah.
Well, they got that down pat. and
What do
when
you
they got
suppose that was from? I mean, just those.
Getting it in
Oh,
the
it's
hole.
just the way the fish tape.
Oh, just the way the fish tip. Okay,
Had to go find it.
had to go find it.
Help him on-
Twist and turn. Yep. All right, the cable's going in. Sections came apart while they were doing the cabling. Spectator chairs.
La bocina, Daniel.
So you ended up using that boy?
Yes.
It was gonna definitely be. The other way, no.
No.
One end was slightly tight, the other one not.
Go help him. I think he wants up again. To be close.
You carry the parts uphill. We don't know where it fits here yet. We don't know where it
he goes so we can get the furler on.
Okay, John, back just a little. There you go, right there. I'll tell you when it wants more. Okay, a little bit this way. Okay, you're right on line. He'll tell you when to stop.
I know, looking right in the sun. Arriba acá está.
Do we need someone on deck? Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, pick it up and come over.
You're gonna wait till he gets up here just to grab.
1, just a second. Wait!
Un momento!
Yes, just wait. Okay,
Walk it forward.
up and over.
Wait, he's saying wait.
Can you wait? Okay, up and over.
Do we have to do this more?
Possibly. I took it out 20 turns, count them. Now bring the barrel with you.
I might be able to get it.
It should.
Aguanta ahí.
Is the upper clevis pin in place?
David! Is your pin in?
Okay,
Just-
do the Carter pin. These will be named.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
Well, here we are in Arizona. You can see in the background our new rig. It's a Thor Damon Tuscany. And we were on our way to the Lost Dutchman mine, and saw this little picnic area. So it was a little after 12. We were going to be getting in a little early, so we decided to just pull in here and have some lunch. And I thought it would give us a good opportunity to also get a shot of the new rig. And our new toad as well. And here comes the boss. It's a Freightliner chassis, and it's the 42 FK, which means 42 feet, and it's, I think, about 42 feet 11 inches total from the bumper to the forward bumper. So it's a little bigger than the Itasca Sunflyer that we had, and it weighs about twice what the Itasca Sunflyer weighed. This is a diesel pusher, so it has 450 horsepower Cummins diesel. And do you remember the transmission type on this? Allison, an Allison's
Allison 6-speed.
6-speed transmission. got 3 AC units. It's got 2 self-tracking satellite dishes. It's got 2 receivers. It's got 100 gallons of diesel, and I think it's 91 gallons of fresh water. I think it's got 41 gallons of black and gray water holding tanks. It's got a 50 amp service. It's our first rig with a tag axle, which is supposedly helps with stability. I'm still learning about that. And then this is the 2018 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. That's the trim package that can be towed. But a couple of times going from Mesa down to Green Valley RV Park, the front wheels started wobbling. So we took it back to Carzona where we'd purchased it, and they put the Mopar wiring harness that keeps the EPS system, the electronic power steering, active while towing. And so far we haven't had any wobbles, so that apparently is working. So what do you think, Judy Ray?
I think it's big. I think it's pretty. I think it's gonna work. It's nice. It's really nice. Ride's great. And so far we haven't had really any big issues with it. Some tiny things which are typical when you buy a used unit, but overall, she's nice. What do you think?
So far I'm very happy with it. It's a little nerve-wracking getting back into RVing just because of the size, but we'll get used to that. And it has another thing it has is 4 slide outs, so once you get those slide outs out, it gives it so much more room than we had previously. And for living aboard full time, that's important to feel like you have space for the comfort that you want. It's too much for some people and not enough for others. For us, I think it's just about what we want. So we're happy with that. We'll show you once we get set up in the Lost Dutchman State Park here
And
in Arizona.
everything's put away.
We got everything put away.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
So we'll give you some inside shots of it with the slides out and show you that. So that's coming. So hang in there. We'll show you some more in a bit. Okay, here we are at the Lost Dutchman Mine. Mine, not mind, mine. So I wanted to show you this nice little spot. It's a rough spot. There's no utilities.
The dry camping.
Dry camping. Look at that view. It is, and listen, it is so quiet, very quiet. They have fire pits, picnic tables, all paved.
And a big seguro right next to us.
Look at that. Big old saguaro cactus right there. We've been looking at them all the way out here. Just gorgeous. Yeah, this is the tranquility moment because when we got here, we couldn't get the car out of park. And so we followed all the directions that we were given after we had the wiring harness installed at Carzona, and then we couldn't get it out when we got here to disconnect it from the RV. So we're blocking traffic here. There's another camper waiting to get in. Their neighbors right here. So we ended up hooking it back up, putting the cables and everything, and went around the loop and let them get in. we stopped over here and called and talked to the technician who walked us through a bunch of different things. We tried all kinds of things, and eventually we had to disconnect the battery and the cable from the RV for 2 minutes, so it would clear all of the error codes in the memory. And then we put the battery cable back on.
Well, the car wouldn't start. That's why.
Yeah, the car wouldn't start either. I mean, we couldn't get it. We couldn't get the car out of park. We couldn't get the transfer case out of neutral, and we couldn't start the car.
Couldn't do anything.
Couldn't do anything. So the only thing we could do was push the button and get it from off to accessories to the run start mode, so we could get the parking brake released so that we could pull it. So we ended up going around. We called and went through all these different scenarios, disconnected the battery, reconnected it, and everything worked fine. So we're hoping that we never have to do that again. So we're about 40 minutes from Arizona here in the just outside of Apache Junction. And
In Lost Dutchman
at
RV
the
campsite,
Lost-
it is
yeah,
State Park.
Yeah, Lost Dutchman State Park. So anyway, it is beautiful here. So we're going to try to rest and recoup.
So when we got here at what, 2:30? What time is it?
4 o'clock,
It's 4 o'clock. It took all this time.
an hour and a half. Well, about 40
All
minutes.
this time to get it accomplished. Yep.
After we got a hold of them, it was about 15, 20 minutes once we got a hold of them to find the solution. So here we are at the Lost Dutchman mine, but we still have our mines.
No, not mine.
I mean, it's the Lost Dutchman State Park, but
Yeah.
it has to do with the Lost Dutchman mine. We still have our mines. Questionable.
That's questionable.
That's questionable. More later.
All right, bye.
Couldn't let this sunset go without letting you see it. I mean, it's already died down a little bit, but it was just flaming red a minute ago. As soon as I could grab the camera and get out here, it's already starting to fade. Still pretty breathtaking though. Amazing. Yep. Glad we could share it with you.